name is Bridget Gibbs with Yoga Body Fort Worth, and I wanted to show you how to get into a proper crow pose. So this is one that a lot of people struggle with. A lot of times it's just getting into the squat. So it's something that we always work on. I don't use Sanskrit in my class because I'm not trying to confuse you any more than you're already confused. I'm trying to tell you to take your head up and no. So basically we'll just come to a yogi squat. And so we'll just squat down, and I tell everybody to take their elbows and you're pressing your knees out. And so a lot of people here can't even put their feet down. So we're trying to work our feet down. So sometimes we'll do this in the middle of practice when we've kind of opened up just a little bit, but we're pressing out and we're extending our spine. And sometimes it's nice just to sit here for just a second. And then you just take your hands down to the floor and a half push-up. So a half push-up, it's something that I have to work with a lot of students on. So we're pressing forward in our toes and our legs are fired up because we're pressing back in our back heels. And we're not dumping in our stomach and we're not doing this. We're straight and our spine is extended. And then when we come down to our half push-up, we come forward even more. So those are called our half push-up chaturanga arms. And they carry through every pose. So if it's something that you want to make sure that you build up to, a great way to build up to it is push-ups. A lot of people, I tell them not to take their knees to go into half push-up because one, kind of not really the pose, and two, you'll never come off your knees. So even if you just have to barely bend your elbows forward and then pull forward into your up dog. So we're here, and then we're just barely bending an up dog. What I see a lot of people doing is trying to come down and they do this, and they're struggling, and it's just not fun. So until you get built, you'll just take that elbow back, and then you'll pull through. So back to crow. So we'll take our hands out. Our half push-up hands are coming right in front of us. We're always gripping our mat, so we're not dumping into our wrists. So we're building our gripping. And then we pop up onto our toes, leaving our butt down. And then we slowly squeeze our legs in behind our, we're squeezing our legs behind our arms into our armpits. And then we're making like a shelf with the back of our arms. And so as we put our arms on the back of our legs on the back of our arms, we slowly lean forward. And maybe you'll take one leg up and then the other, and then eventually you'll take both and you'll take your heels together. So we're looking like a crow. And so that is how you do crow. So there's a lot of variations. A lot of people will tell me it hurts them a lot on the back of their arms. And basically what that tells me is that your core is not engaging. So you need to work on your core. Because you should be lifting and holding up with your core, and your knees are just barely resting on the back of your arms. So if you are hurting in the back of your arms, you need to really work on your core. Work on engaging your core because it is a lot of core work. And so once you are comfortable with crow and you can do it and hold it for a little while, then you can always take your head down to the mat, and then you're taking your legs up, which again is using a lot of core. And then slow and control, I take my knees back down onto the back of my arms and come down, or you can shoot it out. So any questions, comments below, just let me know. Another thing you can do to try to work this, you always want to work your core. So boat, planks, you can do a lot of these that everybody loves so much. We do a lot of core work in our classes. So that is just like it is core, like the core of the core, that is our body. And we need that strength to do lots of balancing poses. So stay tuned for the next tutorial.